Hi, let's see how to get files in SharePoint folder and get its file content in content bytes. Okay, so let's see the demo. Okay, so I have created a Cloudflow and this is my SharePoint site. Okay, so this is my SharePoint site. You can see here, this is my SharePoint site. Okay, so dodev.sharepoint.com and this is the folder. Okay, and the files inside it. Okay, so this is the name of the folder, this is the folder, this is the site name, this is the folder inside it, and these are the files inside it. I want to get the file content of both these files. Okay, so what I have to do, I have to take a get folder metadata using path action. Okay, so what does it do? So it gets information about the folder, like folder name and path. Okay, so you can read more about it in this. So what it does, get folder metadata using path. It gets information about the folder, uses a folder path to pick the folder. This is the site address, this is the folder path. Okay, so this is a sample and my site is this one. Okay, so and this is the folder path. Okay, so what it returns the object. Okay, in JSON format. So we will see what it returns in the demo. Okay, now once we have the folder path, we need to list all the files in that folder. So what does it action do? So it returns files contained in a SharePoint folder. So the folder which we get here, okay, so we will get all the files from this folder using this action list folder. Okay, then initialize variable, I just taking a counter as a 0. Okay, then I have a for each loop to loop through all the files in that folder. Okay, and these are the conditions I have put. So reason for that is because the first value in array which is written by list folder is not useful to us, so that's why I'm skipping it. Okay, so I'm checking that if this current iteration is 0, I just increment it. Okay, so that it will go to the second value in the array. Okay, so I have run it and you can see this output. Okay, so this is the output it is loading. So let's see here. Okay, so if you can see, this is in JSON format. It has written some metadata about the SharePoint. So all these things are not very much useful. So we'll go down to the body section. So this is the body which we have to read. This is the item ID. This is the ID of the document folder. This is the name of the folder. Okay, as you see here, this is the path. Okay, this is the folder is size is 0, last modified 25th. This is the display name of the folder. Okay, so we can see here, this is my folder. So this is my folder. Okay, so shared documents, right? Okay, and these are the files. Okay, these are the two files. Okay, now let's go get back to this. Okay, so here you see the ID, sorry, this is the ID. Okay, this is the path. Okay, so we get that in JSON format. Okay, so now close this one. Now what I get in list folder. Okay, so what I have passed in list folder is this. Okay, I have passed the outputs of get folder metadata using dynamic content, and this is the value I have passed, body slash ID. So what is the, so here you can see from this I am taking body slash ID. Okay, so body and this ID. Okay, so this one I have taken in list folder. Okay, from get folder metadata path I have passed this value into this list folder. Okay, in the dynamic content, okay, using the dynamic content. So if you see here, I have passed in this list folder, I have passed this one, body slash id. Okay, now since body slash id is returning me, see what, so okay, let's see what is returned by list folder. So list folder is returning in an array. Okay, so if you can see here, it is returning me an array of values. Okay, so this square bracket is an array. Okay, keep in mind. So this is the array symbol. Okay, square bracket, and these are the, sorry, these are the array elements. Okay, all these are array elements. id, these are the three elements in this. Okay, and it has some values. Okay, like first file name is book1. Okay, second file name is book. So I will loop through each of the arrays. Okay, ignoring this, I mean this we don't require, this is just a metadata. Okay, so we just need second and third. Okay, so I hope this is clear. So for that we will come to for each loop. Okay, so for each loop we will put the body of the list folder. Okay, so you can see list folder dynamic content, I will take this one. Okay, list folder body. So the list folder body, this will you will get in a dynamic content. Okay, now coming to, since this is an array, Power Automate will automatically put a for each loop when you put a take a new action. Okay, suppose you take a compose or you read that body, right, it will automatically add a for each loop, you don't have to write. Okay, so what does for each loop does, for executes a block of actions for each item in the input array. Okay, now I'm checking a condition v count is equal to 0, because first iteration I don't want to do anything, I just want to skip it, so I will just increment the value by 1, and here it is false. So when it is false means when it is not equal to 0, it give me the file content. Okay, so I'm passing the file content, that is the id. Okay, id of what, id of the file. So id I'm getting from this list folder, right, which I showed, that is an array. Okay, so that I have to pass here. So for each id, so for each is using what, for each is getting value from the list folder, and in that array I am getting the current item, that is the id. Okay, now if I run it, it will give me this values. So first iteration it will not give me anything because it is skipping it. Okay, as you can see it has skipped because this condition is true, counter is equal to 0, just incremented, it will not execute this one. But for second iteration counter is 1, so it will not come to this. Okay, so it will not come to this for first iteration. Okay, so this will not come here, it will for second iteration it will come to this section. Okay, it will come to this section. Okay, so let's see it has gone or not. So second iteration it is not true, so it has skipped this action, but second iteration this is true. Okay, second iteration this is true, so that's why there is a green checkbox. Okay, so let's, and second and third both are executed because we have two files, right, we have two files, book and book one, so it should return me both. So first iteration it is skipping because I don't want the first element in that array because that is not useful. As you see here, I don't want this id. Okay, but I need this one, book one and book. Yes, so you can ignore this one. So let's come here. So you can see here it has second iteration, it is executed, and in the outputs what it has given me, it has given me the content. Okay, as you can see here, see, it has given me the content, and you can see here the file type is spreadsheet, that is excel. Okay, so content type is excel. Okay, so this is, if it is a pdf it will show pdf. Okay, so this is the content byte, so which you can use to again create a file. Okay, so once you get this content bytes, you can use create file action to generate the file back again, or you can pass this content to AI builder or some other downstream or other actions. Okay, as per the requirement. Okay, So let's go to the third iteration also. So it has executed third iteration. So again it has given me the content byte, but this is for the second file. Okay, as you can see here, it has given me content byte for the second file. Okay, so that's all about getting the files in a folder in SharePoint and its content bytes. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.